Israel Folau is facing growing backlash over his appeal for donations to help fund a legal battle following the termination of his $4 million contract with Rugby Australia. Since Friday, he has raised around $750,000. The Australian Christian Lobby's Managing Director, Martyn Iles, joins us now from Sydney. Martyn, good morning to you. Do you support Israel Folau's decision to crowdfund to meet his legal fees?
Yeah, I think I do, absolutely. I mean, the ACL's on the record saying that it's something that we support, and we support it because of what it's been able to do. We support it because it's been able to give people a voice. There's a lot of people who were contacting us and asking for an opportunity to, in a tangible way, support Israel and be a part of that movement, and he's given them the platform to do that. And
where will the money be going?
Well, the money's going straight into trust, so it can't be used for anything other than defraying his legal expenses. There's been a lot of conjecture and talk in the media recently about the clause that's on the homepage. I'm told that was put there because there was a strict legal requirement in order to be compliant with the disparate range of legislation around the country, but it is going straight into trust. It can only be used to defray the legal expenses. So people can rest easy about that. And I think that the amount of money that's come into that fund over the last few days shows that there's a whole lot of Australians who resonate with his cause. They feel like Israel's case is their case. And I think that requires some attention from politicians, from those of us who are talking about this in the public square, because it means that Australians feel as if the pinch of political correctness, the way in which they feel like they can't express their beliefs openly and freely using their just ordinary Australian voice, it means that that's something they feel the burden of, and they want to get behind Israel, and we're looking to see what that movement creates.
Do you think, though, it's a Christian endeavour to crowdfund? I mean, at a time when plenty of church-based appeals are underway to help the homeless, to help the downtrodden, this sits comfortably with you? I mean, he could fund this legal battle himself, couldn't he?
Oh, look, sure. I mean, it doesn't work that way in the sense that people look at causes that they resonate with and things come along their way, and some people say, well, this is something that's really important to me, and they'll put money into it, and that could be, a sick child, that could be a charity that exists, that could be Israel Folau's cause. I don't think it's one or the other. Australians tend to give to as many things as they think are important, and they do think that this is important because this actually goes to the heart of their freedoms. I think Israel Folau's case is our case. It's not just my case as a Christian, but it's our case as Australians who enjoy that freedom where we can express our identity, we can speak openly and freely about our beliefs, and it doesn't mean we're going to lose our job, it doesn't mean we're going to lose our professional accreditation, it doesn't mean we're going to get kicked out of some institution. It means that we can live free and open lives. And I think people feel like his freedom is their freedom, and therefore it's worth investing in. This is their life, this is their country.
Clearly not all Christians agree with you. At least one Anglican bishop has branded Folau's religious statements as hate speech. That's the Right Reverend Murray Harvey. Do you accept that comments suggesting that homosexuals, among others, should go to hell leave some individuals feeling very unsafe, maybe even undervalued?
I think it's unusual for a Christian minister or bishop to come out and say that the Bible's hate speech, because Israel Folau shared something from Scripture. And look, I think that that's an unfair characterisation of what he said. I mean, what he posted there was a list of things. Everyone's highlighted on the word homosexuals. That list included me. It included us all. And that's fundamental Christian teaching. That's very basic to Christian belief. It's been that way for 2 millennia, and it's not going to change in the sense that all people will be judged at the end of their life, and all people will be found wanting. Hell is real. Salvation in Jesus Christ is real. This is the bread and butter of the Christian faith. And I think if we want to have a discussion about that and argue the validity of those ideas, we should, without abusing people and saying hate speech, homophobes, things like this. This is exactly the reason we have a class of Australians, and it's a big group of people. I talk to these people all the time who feel as though just because of who they are, just because of what they believe, they're being called haters, they're being called bigots, they're being called all these things. And these are lovely people. I mean, I know Israel well enough now that I know that he's a nice and gentle guy. I was at a dinner and he heard that some girls were being bullied at school for their faith, and he disappeared into the corner straight away, and he filmed a selfie video of support, letting them know that he was praying for them and things like that. He's a guy who instinctively cares, and I think to have a shallow characterisation of beliefs like that is not helpful, and that's not what we should be modelling. And I think that these people who have joined Israel Folau's cause, and the many thousands of Australians who feel the pinch of political correctness, are looking for people to show leadership on this, and I think politicians should take notice as well.
Equally, of course, there's a huge swathe of the population who have been very hurt and offended by the comments. We are out of time. We'll have to leave it there for now, but we appreciate your time this morning, Martyn. Thank you.